Here's something that Jesus taught was always true. God is always at work around you. And that means He's always at work in the lives of the people around you too. But sometimes people are more open to His activity than others. They pay more attention than others. So in this final session, I want to give you 3 cues that let you know they are probably open to an invitation to church and maybe even a conversation about God. The cues are trouble, tension, and transition. Now let me explain these for you. Trouble just means this. If you're talking to somebody and they say something like, "Man, I'm having a hard time at work," or "We're having a lot of problems with our kids," "I'm struggling at school," "My marriage isn't going well," maybe they say, "We're under a lot of financial pressure right now." Whenever you hear one of those statements, that's when you ask questions, you listen to their story, and then you can say, "Hey, I've been there, and my relationship with God helped me through it. If you want to come sit with me at church on Sunday, I think you might find it helpful." And they may say no, but they may say yes. They may even ask you more about how God helped you, and it'll open the door. You get to tell what you've experienced God do in your life. But just take the opportunity whenever you hear that to invite. I can promise you this, they will not be offended that you cared enough to invite them. So pay attention anyone someone says, "I'm just not sure how to handle this, I'm having some trouble with." All right, second, people are open when they're experiencing tension. If you hear somebody say, "I'm just not prepared for my kids to be teenagers. I don't know that I'm ready for them to start school." Or they maybe say something like, "I'm not sure how to manage my money, my finances." Or "I don't know what to do about, fill in the blank." Those are always cues when you can say, "Hey, you ought to come to church with me because what I've learned there has helped me prepare for that." Or maybe you say, "Hey, my church has a helpful video series on that. Let me send it to you." Then the third cue is transition, trouble, tension, and transition. So anytime people are starting a new stage or season of life, they're usually open to an invitation. When somebody says, "Hey, we just had a baby," "Hey, I just got married," "We just moved to the area," "I just started college," they're facing some new situation that they're going to feel a little uncertain about. And that's when you can say, "You know what? I found that our church is really helpful when we're going through transitions. I'd love for you to come sit with me on Sunday if you want to." I'm just telling you, people are almost always open to considering faith when they're dealing with trouble, tension, or transition. So when you hear some comments like that, just learn to automatically lean in and start a conversation, okay? And remember, we've created a whole library of video resources along with our Journey at Home series to make it really easy for you to share some helpful content with your friends whenever the opportunity comes up. God is always working in the lives of the people around you. And He's put some people in your life so you can point them to Him. So just pay attention to the opportunities you have for conversations, because your conversation and your invitation could be life-changing for them.